Hey, what's up, good people? How you doing? Welcome back to Stock Up with Larry Jones. If you hear something you like, hit the like button, all right? Good people, and you know if you're new, hit the like, subscribe, notification bell. Listen, let's talk about what's going on in the stock market first. And it's Palm Sunday, so you guys know I'm going there, right? So we know that Trump is now have some exemptions in his tariffs. Okay, those exemptions are iPhones, computer chips, laptops, and other electronics. Now they're going to be exempt because of manufacturing and having a realistic timeline on how long it's going to take to get manufacturing here, to onshore manufacturing. You're talking years for this process. We all know that by now, right? And so he's easing up on that. And we still need to see what China's response is. Before I made this, China has not responded. President Xi responded, jokingly over the weekend and saying that it was ridiculous. We all know that a tariff is a tax on the people, and not just us, but them. We also all know that China has been unfair to us and other countries. And we also know, well, I think that all of this was a ploy to get China to straighten up and flat right, which needs to happen. Okay, so I'm for China straightening up and us having fair. And I know one or two of you are going to say it is fair. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's not fair. They steal our intellectual property. We take in shipments. They reject things for them. They reject our shipments for just the most minute things. It's unfair and it needs to be balanced. Okay. Now, I wasn't 100% on with this president on the way he went about it. As a matter of fact, I was against the way he went about it. And I know some of you were absolutely for it, and that's fine. That's your opinion. Let's look at the good and the bad, because that's what we want to look at here. Here's why whenever we're in a situation like this, I always look for the good and the bad, whether I'm for it or against it. Okay. So, we knew that the stock market was too expensive. The PE for the overall stock market was too expensive, meaning the PEs for the stock market, which also has a PE, it was too expensive. What this did was it brought a lot of things down, right? And even if we don't get back to prior highs, the value of a lot of companies are becoming more reasonable. Okay, like inflation. So what we're paying for this stock, right? That's the price over earnings. Okay, what we're paying for these stocks, the cost of it is going down, if you understand how this thing works. And so there's new opportunities. So while other people are running that the sky is falling, which it has for a lot of people, especially 401ks that are getting eviscerated. I talked to someone today that lost 300,000 and they were ready to retire, and now it's pushing back the timeline. That's the sad part about it. Okay, so what I think is going to happen on Monday, if nothing changes, I think tech is probably going to rally. Probably. This is not a 100%. Anything could happen from now until then. So the pre-markets will probably be green. If it's not, I'll be surprised, but it could go in you either way. But this is just what I think. Anything I say is not a suggestion for you to buy, hold, or sell. I cannot dictate what the market is going to do, and it has been a roller coaster ride. But here's what I think. I think tech is going to be up, right? Of course, you got Apple, Nvidia, Microsoft, Taiwan Semiconductor, all of the chips, right? And the phone companies. And then stock like Palantir, I believe, will be up. And I think that some of the quantum computing stocks will be up. In money moves, I showed them where I was buying some of these quantum computing stock. We bought them on the days that they were beat down in money moves. And that's how we did. We didn't sit still every day, but the days they got beat down, we've been buying. Okay, I believe that those will react positively to this. All right, now I don't know what could happen, but that's just what I think. We'll see what tomorrow holds. Here's the big one that I will say. I've been talking about QQQ, 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 right? And you know that QQQ is an ETF that is tech heavy. I've been buying QQQ. I just been buying it on these down days, these beat down days, just steady, slowly buying. And now I expect that I will be rewarded in some of you on Monday. But we're not out of the woods, good people. This is not everything's fine now, we're off to the races. Nope. There's still a tariff war going on. And there's still a lot of uncertainty going on. And there's still a lot of deals to be cut. Yet with not just China, but other countries, okay? Bitcoin has been holding well throughout the entire situation with tariffs. Crypto has done well, but in particular, Bitcoin. And so my Bitcoin has been holding strong. And so I'm happy about that, right? I just got through getting my hair cut from my barber. He just got through chopping me off, okay? And so so that's what we were looking at in the markets, good people. Before I talk about what I want to talk about, I want to, and I know you've heard me talk about this a lot this weekend, I want to invite each and every one of you that want to learn options to join Money Moves right now for my Options for Dummies class. I want you to consider joining us and hanging with us. Just hang with us for 3 months. It's less than $1 a day. And see if I teach in a way that you learn. So far, a lot of people, everyone has been talking about how easy it is to understand the way that I teach, okay? And so come join us. It'll be the only link below in the description. Now, here's what I want to talk about outside of stocks. And it's finna get spiritual, okay? Warning, it's finna get spiritual. Listen, today we are celebrating Palm Sunday. It's the day that Jesus, you know, he entered into Jerusalem and they were throwing palms at his feet. Remember coming to America, rose petals? They were throwing rose petals at his feet. This was kind of how they received him, right? They were receiving him. Here comes the king, right? Those same people, and now it wasn't this exact day. For some of you that's gonna leave a comment, oh, it's a pagan, blah, blah, blah. Hold all of that, okay? This is what I believe. You know, form your own YouTube page and then you could talk about paganism all day long. But this is how we commemorate it, by celebrating Palm Sunday, okay? And so I am a believer, unapologetically a believer. And so I stand firm on what I believe, okay? And so they're throwing this. He's entering Jerusalem and they're throwing these palms at his feet. Yay, yay, here comes Jesus, here comes Jesus. And those same people, let's say this is a Monday, those same people on a Friday, just days later, right? They are the very ones saying, crucify him, right? And a lot of you have been victim to to similar situations, not comparing you to Jesus, but comparing it to your life, because that's what the Bible is for, okay? It is to show you how to navigate through this world, okay? And so when people are lifting you up one day, the same people, here we go, he's going up. My baby's going to college. And then when you graduate, she thinks she's something. Look at her. She thinks she's better than us. You guys know what I'm talking about. Or the ones that see you coming up. Oh, you're gonna make it. You're gonna make it. And then they talk behind your back. That business ain't gonna make it. That business ain't gonna make it. And then when you make it in business, look at her. I hate her. You know, her business ain't all of that. His business is not that. You got even loved ones doing that. And so that's what we commemorate on today. And next Sunday will be He Got Up Day. That's where the victory comes. And so I'm going to steal something from Pastor Rick Cochran. I was listening to him today, Pastor Rick Cochran, who's a awesome biblical teacher, a Bible teacher, okay? And you can stream it. It was at Living Hope Church, and they passed out these paper bags. And what he was saying is that we're all paper bags, but what's more important than the paper bag is what's in the paper bag. And so they pass out these paper bags, and some of you have jealousy in those paper bags, right? Some of you, like he said, have a bottle that's wrapped around this paper bag that you keep hitting, and you need to dump that. Some of you have substance abuse in that paper bag. You need to dump that. Some of you have jealousy in that paper bag, and you don't even know. Hurt people. You don't even know why you're so jealous. You need to get rid of that. And then you need to fill that bag with positivity. You need to fill that bag with being an optimist instead of a pessimist, right? I can't even say that word correctly. You know what I'm saying. So I'm challenging each and every one of you, as I challenge myself, to fill this bag with more positive stuff. Is it a bag full of worms, right? Or is it a bag full of goodies, candies, the sweets, the stuff that you like? And so that was the message of the bag. You and I are the bag. And if you call yourself a believer and you're supposed to be Christ-like, then what are you putting in? What's in your bag? What are you putting out? So if we took your bag and poured it out, what will we see? Will we see vindictiveness? Will we see jealousy amongst your brothers and sisters? Will we see that? Will we see laziness? Will we see negativity? Will we see fear of the worst thing happening? Or will we see someone waking up in the morning with positivity? What's in your bag? You know that commercial, what's in your wallet? What's in your bag? What's in your heart, right? And will it see stinginess? Will it see a person that never reaches out to help someone else? Or will it see a generous person? What's in your bag, okay? And I want you to be honest with yourself when this video is over. And I want you to check your bag. You can be a great person, and there still could be some bad things in your bag. You know how we say my bag? Some say my bad. Some say my bag, right? I want you to check your bag this morning, good people, and fill it with something good. Because I can tell you right now, your days, everyone's days, are numbered. And at the end of the day, when you are ready to leave this earth, what's going to be found in your bag when you go to meet your maker? Will it be a life of negativity? Some of you guys, are listening to me. You're just one or two of you, not all of you, one or two of you. You just as negative and evil as the grave. You just negative. And I'm not saying that to get on your case. I'm saying, what are you going to do to get rid of that? Maybe you need to go see a counselor. Maybe you need a mentor. Maybe you need to go speak to a spiritual person. But it needs to go. And that's all I'm going to say. So just like on Palm Sunday, when they were saying, all hail, here comes the king. And then those same people turned around and said, crucify him. Where do you stand with it? Where do you stand with it? Okay? Because at the end of the day, he laid down his life for you and I. God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son for you, for our sins. Right? And so what are we doing with that? What are we carrying in this bag? What's in your heart? What's in your heart of hearts? So it's okay to come here, make money. It's okay that we have family and community. But what I'm asking you is when you're not looking at this and when no one's around, what's in your heart of hearts? Why do you even want more money? Do you want more money just so you could be set, so you can have a nice whip and all of this? Or do you truly, truly want to help others? I will tell you that I challenge you where you're at right now. I'm challenging you like God challenged me. If you say, Lord, I want to be a millionaire because I want to bless people, then start blessing people with the $5 in your pocket, with the $10, the $50, the $100 in your pocket now. Be a blessing to somebody else right now. To whom much is given, much is required. I'm going to leave it right there, good people. It's Palm Sunday. Yep. That was it. For those of you that didn't go to church, that was your message. Okay. All right. And so your offering today is to be a blessing to someone else. Remember, honor God with your time, talent, and treasure. Love you guys. We'll see you later. Live, love, laugh, and learn. Also, too, make sure you check out the link, Options for Dummies. You will get it. Okay. We'll see you later.